Hey everybody, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore, and it is the end of the Beef, Butter, Bacon, and Eggs challenge that Marshall Latham and I did here on Big Anklevich on health. That's right, we are at the end of the challenge. We made it through all 90 days, and this is kind of a finale for that whole thing. We each weighed ourselves at the end, and we're going to talk about just how it went. We'll start with Marshall.
Hey there, it's Marshall here to report on my weigh-in for how much weight I lost for the month of September, plus a few days. I did go into October. I figured I might as well finish off the 90-day beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge, and then weigh in at the end of that, which was only 5 days. So October 5th is when I weighed in, and I swear I took a picture of the scale when I did it, but I can't find it now. Luckily, I did write it down in my spreadsheet, so I know what it is. I weigh 391.8. I was going to say 6, but no, it's 8. And so that's 9.4 pounds down from the month previous, plus a couple days. So that's pretty good. It's not the 17.2 pounds or whatever that I lost the previous month, but you know, things are going to vary. I'm not going to be able to consistently lose that much weight, and I probably wasn't as intense in September as I was in August. I don't know. It does fluctuate. I mean, I've seen so many people report, many other people on YouTube that I follow that, their weight doesn't consistently go down the same amount, and they hit plateaus and they gain weight. And, you know, it's not this ever descending journey down the scale, which is frustrating for many people. Right now, I'm still, I guess, in the glory days of doing this, and we'll see how I do without the beef, butter, bacon, egg challenge. And I don't want to go back up to 400 pounds. I want to stay below that. That's a threshold that I should not descend below. Or no, I should descend below. I should keep going. Ooh, there it is again. Keep going. I should never ascend above 400 pounds, but yeah, I just need to keep going, and we'll see how we do without the challenge, without the daily count, without the daily videos. But I'm encouraged by these things. It proves to me that this way of eating works. It makes sense. You know, I know some of the stuff with the carnivore diet, and especially beef, butter, bacon, egg, goes counter to our the culture in the world, or more specifically America. I know it's not just America, but that's where I live. So, but anyway, anyway, I'm not going to go on a diatribe about the benefits of the carnivore diet. I believe it. I've seen it. I've lived it. I'm going to continue on with it. And I believe that this is the right course for me. And I'm looking into things like electrolytes and iodine and things like that I might be missing out on. But it's not because I'm doing the carnivore diet. Electrolytes are important regardless of however you're eating. And if you're stuffing your face with carbs and sugar, you're still not getting the electrolytes that your body might need. But I think it just becomes a sharper focus when you're doing carnivore, because you're paying more attention to your body. You're paying more attention, and you're what's the word? You're fine-tuning your body and your health and your physical feelings. And so electrolytes make a difference, and stave off temptations and things like that. So I'm looking into that, and Dr. Berry has done a few videos on the importance of iodine in our diet and how we don't have that anymore unless you live on the coast, and you're eating a lot of seafood, or the soil around the coast has iodine in it because it's next to the ocean. But other than that, everything inland is very iodine. Why am I going off on this? I don't know. But anyway, nobody gets enough iodine unless you're living on the coast. So I'm looking into that, and I'll do a whole video talking about that, or something like that, or a Facebook post. It's been a while since I put a Facebook post up there. So anyway, there's my weigh in. I feel good about the weight that I'm losing. I feel good about this way of eating, and I'm going to continue. I just need to be consistent, and I will be back to talk about how things are going post BBBE, and we'll see you then. Keep going. Ah! Oh, one more thing I forgot. The other statistic from this weight loss was that I almost have lost 60 pounds since we started this back in March. So I wish I could have cracked that 60, but I mean, it's so close to 60 that I'm just going to call it there. But yeah, there were one more little stat that I wanted to throw in. All right, so there you go. Marshall ate it pretty well the whole way through, and he's almost lost 60 pounds in this time, as well as made a lot of other gains. I think that's something that we still need to do. I mentioned with him that we would do a non-scale victory video, and then we never got around to it. But we need to do it still, I think. I think that's important. You know, we're talking here about scale victories a little bit, and I think we'll talk about non-scale victories as well. But yeah, I mean, Marshall's done really well all around, and has lost a lot of weight. Now, how did the beef, butter, bacon, and eggs challenge go for me? Well, I weighed myself. I wasn't able to weigh myself until I got home from our vacation in Canada, so it was a couple days late. But I managed to stick with carnivore the whole way through the trip. Didn't manage to stick totally with beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, so I don't know if that changed anything really with my weight, but I don't think so. I could tell as I was going through this last month that I wasn't really losing weight anymore. I could tell just kind of by the way that my clothes fit and stuff like that. You know, you get a feeling of things changing and stuff like that, and I could tell that it just wasn't doing it anymore. And with the beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, I lost, you know, pretty good amount in July, somewhat in August, and then through September, I didn't really lose anything. It was kind of a bummer, and I'm not totally sure what the deal was behind it. I know that there are such things as plateaus, and I know that your body has to deal with stuff, you know. You give it what it needs, and it fixes the problems that it can fix. And, you know, shedding excess fat is not always the first problem that it needs to fix. Sometimes there's other things. And so I'm not sure exactly what is behind the fact that I didn't lose anything in the month of September. But, you know, I stuck with it. I did, you know, have some small mess ups, having cheese, stuff like that. Not too big of a deal, but yeah, I finished off with 266 pounds. I think 266.8, if I remember correctly. As I've said before, my scale defies taking pictures of it, so I don't bother to do that anymore. But yeah, 266.8 is what I finished off. I think I was at 266.0 at the end of last month, so I actually probably gained a portion of a pound. But I think I'm still doing well, and I think that it's something that I am going to be committed to. I watched a video just recently where they talked about just the most important thing that you got to do is get your body enough fat to fix your hormones, because
true weight loss is hormonal, not calories in, calories out. You know, I mean, you can lose weight with calories in, calories out. And I think that's what I did last time around when I lost all the weight that I did. I was fasting constantly, 3 days a week, 40-hour fasts. And so I ate a lot less calories than I would have. And I think that I actually did manage to lose my weight by way of the calories in, calories out thing. And there were some things that I noticed as it was coming to an end that were issues, were detriments that I was having. Like I noticed that I was getting thinner hair than usual. And now that I eat more and I eat more fat, I don't really have that problem. And I'd like to keep my body working properly. And that may come with just, you know, eating a lot, eating fat. I got to get my hormones working, because there are things that involve hormones that are not working in my body still. So the more fat that I eat, the better. And I've noticed too that eating lots of fat helps beat off any cravings. It's hard to crave something when you're feeling really full, and fat makes you really full. So that is my plan. I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to get my health back, because that's what this channel is all about. It's Big Anklevich on health. I've said this before. It's not Big Anklevich on weight loss. You know, I could do Weight Watchers or some other crap like that if I wanted to be hungry all the time and lose weight that way. But what I want to do is reestablish my health, get everything working that way. Ditch the carbs, ditch the sugar, ditch the anti-nutrients from vegetables, and just eat good nutrition, fatty meat. And that is how I plan on getting my health back. And I'm going to stick with it. We'll see how this goes. Coming up here, you know, we've gone 90 days doing this. And I've gone 6 months without having any carbs. So we'll see how it goes over the next little while. It's keep going time, you know. We've gotten to the end of the challenge. Can we keep going? Let's see how it goes. Me and Marsh will be back with more to tell you how that goes. And I don't know, maybe we'll come up with another challenge here sometime soon. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time on Big Anklevich on health.